What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jason. This is just Jason Keto. This week is my video for the Healthy Snacks 2025 collaboration. This is a collaboration of videos every day this month through April. So we've got different creators creating healthy snacks and making videos out of it. It's hosted by Mtn Grandma, Gail's Southern Living, and Life in the Piedmont. So I'll leave all of the channels down in the description so you can check out their videos, and there will be a playlist that has all the videos included in it. So without further ado, let's get into this week's video. Something a little different, still chaffles, but I hope you find it fun. So let's get started. Okay, so for this special episode of Recipe Sunday here on Just Jason Keto, the actual chaffles that we're making, nothing super special about it. We've got one egg here. We've got 2/3 of a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. We've got some Parmesan cheese because I'm going to make these crispy chaffles. I've got 6 or 7 slices of pepperoni here that I've just quartered. And then I've got a few green olives that I've just sliced up, and then we're going to add some Italian seasoning. You know, we're looking at about a teaspoon of the seasoning. Again, all of this is completely optional depending on what you want to put in your chaffles. This is just a more about how we're going to cook them and less about what's actually in them. So why don't they get set up and we'll start putting this mix together. So we're going to start off with one egg here tonight. I've just beaten it up and got it started. We will, if necessary, add a second egg depending on the volume of whatever we're putting into it. If the mix is too dry, you're better off to add another egg just to make it easier to cook. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in our mozzarella cheese. Again, that's 2/3 of a cup, and we'll get that started. We'll get that all mixed in with the egg. This is the base of a standard chaffle recipe is just one egg and 2/3 of a cup of cheese. Now, of course, you can choose the cheese of your, that you like. I just find that if I'm trying to highlight other flavors in the chaffles, then the mozzarella cheese is the best way to go for something like that. So what we'll do next, I guess, is just add in our Italian seasoning here. Now again, you can add more seasoning, less seasoning, no seasoning, completely different seasoning. It's entirely up to you what you want to add into this. I'm sort of looking to do what you would loosely call a pizza chaffle kind of thing. I'm not adding any sauce to it or anything. So it's not really a pizza chaffle, but it does have some of the toppings I would like in a chaffle or a pizza. So now we're going to add in our pepperoni slices. Again, I think that was 6 or 7 slices that I just cut into quarters. We're going to get all that mixed in. You could cut these smaller or bigger, depends, this is all up to you guys and how you want to put these together. Again, we're going to focus more on part of the cooking process than we are with what's in them. So we'll add our olives, and again, this is just another one of those things. If you don't like olives, then by all means leave them out, replace them with black olives or anything else you want, or what you would usually have on your pizza. So that's all mixed in there nice. Make sure we get everything off the fork here. And I think we should be okay with an egg. I'm going to mix it up a little bit more and then decide if I want to add a second egg to it. But I won't put you through that. We'll come back and we'll get ready to start cooking these. One thing, if you've been to the channel before, one thing you'll notice is that we've got some new waffle irons here. They are Dash Minis as well, but these are what's called the Dash Multi-Maker. So what these can do is you can actually take these grills right out and even put them in the dishwasher. Makes it a lot easier to clean up. So we've retired the other two regular Dash Minis, and we're going to start using these from now on. So let these heat up. I did add a second egg to our mix because it was looking a little dry. So like I say, let's get these preheated and we'll start cooking. Our two Dash Minis here are nicely preheated here. So this is where things take a little bit of a turn compared to what I usually do on the channel. Usually we just load these chaffle irons up and make chaffles out of them. But tonight we're making what I'd like to call chaffle pops. So what I've got here is I've got some bamboo skewers. Now these are pretty big. You really find whatever you can in the store. As you can see, they're fairly long and they have a point on the one end. So what we're gonna do, and there is a step that, you know, I found works best, or a method. We're gonna put in some shredded Parmesan cheese here first, because again, I'm trying to make the outside of these chaffles nice and crispy. And then we're going to add in our chaffle mix here. Make sure we get lots of good pepperoni and olive into each waffle iron here. So because I added the second egg, we should probably get a good 3 chaffles out of this mix. And one thing I will say, it is fairly important, unfortunately, with this recipe, that you do want to keep it fairly fluffy kind of thing, so that, you know, I've seen you could just put the skewer in here and then close it down, but what I've found is that then the top part of the waffle iron doesn't come in contact with the mix. So what we're going to do is we're going to close these down and start cooking the chaffles first, and then as you'll usually notice with chaffles, they will sort of start to puff up and the tops will rise a little bit. That's when we're going to actually insert the skewers into the chaffles. So we'll give that a couple of minutes here, and just to start cooking, and I'll bring you back when I insert the skewers. Okay, so I don't know if you can see here, the top and the bottom plate have separated because the chaffles are starting to cook. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and put these right in the middle, as far back as you can, kind of thing. We'll come over here to this other one. We'll add that in there as well. And as you can see, it's going to continue cooking the way it normally does. So we'll give those 4 or 5 minutes and we'll come back when they're done. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes. As you can see, most of the steam has stopped coming out of the waffle irons here. So we'll open it up. And they are going to be fairly soft at first. We're going to put these aside on a wire rack. So you probably want to use a fork or something to help get them out. But as you can see, the outside's nice and crispy on those. So we'll get this one opened up as well. And again, we'll try and get a fork underneath it so that the stick doesn't fall out. Again, nice and crispy. We'll set those aside and let them cool down just a little bit, and then we'll give them a try. Okay, so there you have it. That's the pepperoni pizza chaffle pop. Again, hopefully you enjoyed this video as part of my submission for the Healthy Snack 2025 collaboration. You know, it's not super interesting, these chaffles kind of thing. There's nothing too special about them. You know, it's not going to change the chaffle world by any means, but it's fun. I thought it would be a good thing to do for this collaboration. So let's give it a try. Yeah, nice pepperoni and green olive and Italian seasoning on a stick. So again, check out the description of the video. I'll leave links to everybody else's channels that's in the collaboration. Go check them out, see what everyone else comes up with. And again, hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what what kind of chaffle pop you would make of your own. So that's about it. We'll see you next week. Keep on thriving, my friends.